It makes squats and leg press and hack squats.
He's not right.
Pendulum, especially. You just gotta keep the weight that you're moving out of your head. Now
I,
I've done 12 plates aside on the leg press, 9 plates aside on the hack, and everything. But at 64, why do I need to do that?
you need to press anybody. I can feel you, Mr. Greg, because I've been like I said, I've been working since I was a kid. Been
Hmm.
working from anything from in the field to working in you know, factories.
Hmm.
I mean, I got plus carrying this body, I got knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin right now. I mean, I mean that trip to Tampa, I did a lot of walking. It was good for me to get out and about, but then I had to pay for it later. Waking up, oh God, I feel like what's this? Cut off my legs, it's still there. But yeah, that's the thing about, especially when you're older, your body changes. I can tell you right now, like one thing is I have a pacemaker. I gotta be careful with myself because I have issues with my heart. It's genetics, it's family thing. I have,
Hmm.
like I said, a lot of years of working and doing heavy lifting, stuff like that. My shoulders, I got a tear here, I got a spur here. I mean, the body starts talking to you. But for somebody your age and your years, you put a lot of young people to shame
Yes.
because you're able to get up in the morning. And this thing about bodybuilding, people don't understand. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. You have to be persistent, and you have to understand what's involved in it. Most people just instead of getting look at bodybuilding and say, "I just pumped the because I steroids," and yeah. And bodybuilding is not seen as a serious sport. This is something I always would go back to. When I finally got to my motel room, Tampa, I was tired. It was a long train ride. I had 6 hours down to Savannah. Had to wait 6 hours for the train to Florida, and then the other way back another 4 or 5 hour ride, and then another 6 hours waiting the same train station, another 4 or 5 hours back to South Carolina, where I was my sister picked me up at the depot. And for anybody who don't understand that commitment and passion of this sport, learn, educate yourself. But when I get to my room, I was tired. I said, I take a rest, a couple of hours. I get dressed, clean up. I go to the master show. I'm putting the television. And I'm just like, just look at stuff. It's another time, another TV, see how it looks. Then I stop on East Bit Ocho, and I'm watching championship pillow fighting. So you can show pillow fighting and cornhole on a sports television show, but not bodybuilding.
Yeah, and dancing. Yeah,
Well, dance is pretty popular now. They do a
it
lot of
is.
tournament stuff like that. It's very popular. I think it's about popularity thing. That's the thing about bodybuilding. It's not considered popular, but it's always going to get this finger pointed because you're on steroids, you're taking juice, yeah. But that's only to help for recovery. Now, if any of you competitors who do natural bodybuilding, but people accuse them of that because it's not the same. If you don't follow a diet, you're not consistent, you don't train and build your body. Not everybody can do this. I got a friend. He shout out to my big brother, Mr. Keith, Big Keith Williams. He's an IFBB Pro bodybuilder. He told me this, said, George, if these people take the shit I take to want to get ready for my prep and don't follow my diet, my regimen, they're not going to look like me. They're going to look like shit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think
Mhm.
it's worse using something because
Absolutely.
you have
Hmm.
to do it to see the results.
Mhm.
Right. And it is an accusation sport. And I've had, the accusations forever on that. But my stage weight, my cap for classic is 234. I was 205. If I'm doing all this stuff, why aren't I 270 and stuff? I couldn't even remember to take my TRT.
So it's like you have old timers.
Yeah. Uh, Actually, I got a doctor's appointment coming up this Friday, and I'm like, well, I haven't been taking it for at least a month, uh, and I
you
forgot
just
to go do my blood work.
You just remind me. I have a doctor appointment next Friday. Also, I gotta go Monday because I gotta run some tests on me. I went to see my ortho because of my knees, so he gave me shots for some gels, and then I gotta make an appointment to see my cardiologist for my heart, my pacemaker. I got 2.5 years left on the battery. God, Mister Greg, I'm old as you. I mean, yeah, but that thing is, I wish people were more educated about this sport, understand it. That's why I do, and I get the opportunity to have a couple like yourself, like and to share your story, share your interests, your passion. I mean, one thing I often talk about is I wish, like any other sport, it was more profitable for you. But like for you, sir, all you gotta do is put on a pair of banana hammocks and poor shorts, and that's it. You're good. But your wife, the cost for her, especially for show day, you have these spaces because you have to eat, you need more food, you need a lot of this. She has to have that, her hair, her makeup done, her jewelry, everything involved with it. And it's a sport. I mean, it's never going to be an equal quality when it comes to men and women in any kind of sport.
No, but even those, little classic trunks that aren't anything in the board shorts, those are 75 to $100. They get us. This is an expensive sport.
Oh yeah.
When you were paying the entry fees, in the master's side of things, you've got, your coach expense, your all your food, of course, the entry fees, your travel, everything. It's quite expensive, and even like the payback, like Chicago, Tampa, for 60 and over, you only get paid for first place, and then 50 and over, they'll do first, second, and third. But it's like 600, 300, 200, and your entry fee's $300 for that. And then, like I said, you got your travel, hotel, all that. We were in Pittsburgh for a week.
Yeah, there's a lot of expenses on
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot of expenses that go along with it. Um,
A little bit more that day, maybe for women, just because the hair, the
Hair,
makeup,
makeup.
nails, jewelry, the bikini, the cost of the bikini here on the States is ridiculous. I saw one 800 and it was a used one because new ones they go more than
16, 1700.
that's
Mm.
the basic,
Yeah.
the basic
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
ones that the Olympia use they are no, I don't know
Yep.
how much they.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep,
there's a
they're
young
really.
lady I just mentioned earlier, Alexander Blankenship. She makes bikinis. She poses in suits. So maybe I'll send you. She has a site where she does it. I might send it to you later and see you want to look at it. Maybe you can find something that would work for you. Maybe just something like you want to do just a show maybe next year or something. Just need for just as a backup. We have an issue with your suit. She's pretty reasonable. And that's the thing is, and some competitors and some coaches will suggest you to rent or even make your own suits. That
Hmm.
saves expense. There's always ways to try to you know try to save a dollar.
Yeah.
Sometimes with some competitors you have to sometimes steal from Peter to pay Paul. Here we have your guest. Shout out to my man KL the Wanderer. He says, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, you brother? Also, he says, hi, Larson. Say hi to y'all. Yeah. And
Hello.
hey, and also he says, I couldn't be a bodybuilder, not in my budget. Yeah, I can tell you the truth. I couldn't be one. My budget when I got back from Atlanta, I mean for Tampa, I said, you know what, I have to reach a dollar for the next few weeks still because it's expense. But I'm not be a bodybuilder. I'm just a guy who was coming there to help out a friend of mine and also check out a show. But yeah, I wish there was more, especially for the master competitors. I wish because it's still not as popular, but it's growing. It's growing
Right.
because there's a new. I think because you've seen a lot of people who grew up watching bodybuilding and following, who now want to follow their dream and be bodybuilders. And especially when you're mature, you don't have the kids to worry about now. Her kids are still growing. Your kids are pretty much growing. They have babies, and you have that if yes, I guess something to give me to do. But this is something I wish there was like sponsorship does help. If you can find somebody to
Yes.
sponsor your next show, cover the cost of your trip. I got a friend, she runs a company called Bad Rap, and she's sponsoring athletes, mostly women, not men, Mr. Greg, it's women. But that's Eunice and her and JoJo. But
Yeah.
I mean, if this is one thing is, I wish there was people reach out, people like you, a great couple, great personality. But I gotta tell you, I gotta be careful out there. And you too, Mr. Gray, because this guy's out there saying, "Yeah, your wife's pretty great, and you're kind of handsome too. So if I do y'all both a favor, no, stop that, you sick freak."
Yeah.
Stop, because I'm very jealous.
It should tear you up. Don't even worry. Don't think about it.
Yeah, but
It's
this is
like,
what if I could do with this, I would say, Mr. and Mrs. Larson, you have a great passion for a sport. You are a great couple. We would love and be interested maybe in sponsoring you towards your future. So if you will feel this product that we have works in your process as bodybuilders, if you feel like it's you something you can use as you're developing and growing in the sport, we'd like to help you out in that future in bodybuilding. But if you're not sure about it, we respect your decision. But if you are, let us know. We'll keep in contact. We'll set things up. We just want to see you succeed in this sport.
Oh yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. That's what we're trying
And
to,
that's,
getting sponsors to
mhm.
help with, like you said last time, with something, because it's even the small thing they can gave us as the sponsors. It helps something, even
Helps.
$10 or something, or maybe the suit that somebody's not going to use and fit me, or the yearly that you said, maybe somebody is, it's they have more, and something that can help us, and more than we are 6 weeks for the next show.
Well, like I said, that's the thing is, I wish there was more people that really would step up. There's people who are fans of sport, but they don't want to feel like it's like, Greg back then. You always know that Greg. You know that one dude who has a girl, but she wasn't that pretty. But he thought she was pretty. She go out everybody else. But everybody say, nah, man, you shouldn't have her around us. Yeah, but that's the thing is that people just need to be open minded and don't let what other people got to say stop you from maybe want to help somebody. And
Right.
also, we have to be open and willing to really discover bodybuilder. Watch a show. Go if you can afford it. Go to show live. I think this weekend I'm going to do a live stream panel for the Resin Phoenix because I'm a big fan of that. My girl's
Hmm.
going to be competing again. She's going to try to regain her title. Um, Also, that same weekend
Andrew, yeah.
is yeah, no, Andrew,
Oh,
no, Andrew, not Andrew. Yeah, you mean
you
Andrea
said,
Shaw.
sorry, you
Yeah,
said
no,
regain the title. Okay. Sorry.
yeah, because
Yes.
Angela. I was talking with Angela a while back. She's not doing the show because now the change is no longer the women's bodybuilding world championship because Jake is focusing more. And anytime I say his name, because these guys say women's bodybuilding, yo Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. Shout out to Mr. Jake Wood. I can't help it. It's just something that's in my mind. But yeah, she's going back to regain her title because Angela's not gonna do. Because I was talking with her, she's kind of not happy how where they're going with it. But now he has to focus on Olympia because now Arnold he shoot up the prize money for the men's open bodybuilding at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. Now he has to shoot up the prize money for the men's bodybuilding. And also maybe shoot up the other divisions. I hope he does that too. But yeah, like I said, I enjoy doing this content. I know one of Gunther's clients, your teammate, Carla, is going to be doing that show in Germany. Wish you best
Yes.
of luck. I mean, I was hoping to see her there because I was talking when she was talking to my friend Eunice, who was hoping to see her there because she did Chicago. I was hoping to go see her there at Tampa too, but I know she changed her mind and she dropped out and do another show. But
Exactly.
yeah. But doing this content and really learning something, and even paying attention to you guys too, Mr. Greg. I mean, like I said again, I have to be aware of my surroundings at all times when doing this content because I get to learn something day by day, and I gain knowledge from these interviews when I have a good exchange and understand what drives people like yourself to be in a sport where there is mental, physical, financial. I mean, draining the sport can be. It's a sport, but it's a very expensive hobby too.
Very, very. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
You know, if you're going to the gym, you're already paying your membership and you got to eat. So you just got to be frugal when you shop there. Look for the specials, look for sales and everything. And, you know, get bulk stuff when you can, and when you can afford it, when you can store it, break it down. And there's a lot of ways to survive.
Yeah. Like I say, sometimes, like I said, my mother taught us how to stretch a dollar. It can be
Mhm.
tough, but you know what? Some things you might want, you got to make a choice. Do I want it? Do I need it? And
Right.
you need it is important. If you want it, you can get it another time whenever you got the money, whenever you got a chance. We got here shout out to my man KL for his support. Says, what's your good moments on competing? Either one of you.
You go.
Good moments.
Ladies?
Well, obviously winning the pro card. Then, being on stage with some of the best in the world there in the opens, like, when I did the Legions and people that I meet. And I think that's probably the biggest thing. The favorite moments on stage are the people that you meet. And that from my very first show, was, like I said, the Dexter Jackson. I still have people that I met at that show that I look forward to seeing at other shows. The willingness of people to talk to you. People think that, a lot of the top people are unapproachable, and it's not true. Everyone, for the most part, has a great personality. They're willing to talk to you. I guarantee you, you go up to Jay Cutler, and he's standing there waiting some and say hi, how you doing? Jay's gonna talk to you and share stuff, give you some advice, whatever. The people in this sport overall are great human beings,
Yeah, me
and,
too.
and that is such a big deal when you go to these shows.
Yeah, being on the stage is one thing with them, but backstage, when they have us lined up, the way you talk with the girl that you have beside, and knowing she's as nervous as I was, and talking, and then giving us the Instagram, and the next day start just talking like she's my iron sister right now, and that kind of things for me are the best, the best. Now, of
Yeah.
course, winning is it's
Yeah, the bling is nice. Don't get us
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah,
No, don't get it twisted. No, don't get it twisted.
There's,
I
there's,
know.
yeah,
it's, if you entered a couple classes and you medaled in them and you're walking away from them and it's going ka-clang, ka-clang,
yeah,
ka-clang, that's kind of a good feeling.
yeah,
It's kind of like me and my softball steel cleats on the concrete. It's just a good sound.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when I won the Tamba extravaganza, that I had all these medals and the green things on my crown and my belt, and I was walking and everybody's like, "Oh, congratulations!" and the cling, 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 cling. But it was a lot cling, cling, cling.
Yeah.
That's of course very nice, but also it's very nice knowing that you make new friends.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a great experience for me to be there. Like, to meet you. Here she is with my,
Oh
my dear
yes,
friend Eunice and Jolene. Shout out to them. While I was there, I even got to meet a legend, Mr. Kevin Levrone. He was there. I remember back then, when I used to look at the most max, him, guys like Flex, him, guys like Ronnie. I shook his hand and said, "Sir, you should have been Mr. Olympia a couple of times." He said, "Yeah, yeah." He agreed with me on that. But the highlight for me, and this is this gentleman right here, Mr. David Lee Roth, Diamond Dave. I mean, it's like this. I was at the little area where I was charging up my phone and stuff, because I was there because I was going to leave later that afternoon because I catch my train. So I was there helping my friend Eunice. I went up to charge my phone and stuff. I was on my way back. I was walking. I saw this older dude. I didn't know he probably was a fan, something like that. I'm sitting at the booth. I'm looking at my phone. And here's this man walking. I saw that smile on that face. I said, it registered in my head real quick because I grew up in the '80s, and I remember used to watch, like I remember when Van Halen came out with Jump, he used to play it a lot on the urban market because it was a great song.
Mhm.
Because Eddie was playing Synthesizer. You never heard that in rock. That's very more R&B, hip hop, but it was in the rock song. And then seeing Dave, and he's being a fan about me. We talked about Kay Baxter. Remember Kay Baxter back in the day? They used to be his trainer. She was in that video. I wish you all could be California girls. I remember that video. And just talking to him, and he's a fan of the sport. He's actually the picture of him sitting with Derek doing this show.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great experience. Here we have some comments here. Shout out to my man, KL. He says this. He says, Do any of you have friends outside of bodybuilding come to your shows?
Yes, yes.
Not a lot.
Yeah, it's not a
Not
lot,
a
but
lot.
yeah, and that's kind of the reason I did Chicago, because I'm from Illinois, and had a buddy from Wisconsin come, but he's interested in the sport, but the family didn't come.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
not a
that's
lot. I think it's very tired
it,
for like her mom. It was the best
yeah,
the first time
yeah.
she
My mom came to Tampa. Sorry.
yeah. So it was
yeah,
the first time. So I think it's when you are not in the sport and one day of competition, as you saw, it's really tired because
Mhm,
you see athletes and athletes and athletes and athletes on stage,
mhm.
and then finally you have the chance to see the person, but it's 2 3 minutes and he's out, and then you have to wait for the finals. So
And then one of the things I don't want to say anything negative, but really, we do the prejudging in the morning, and for the most part, the show's over. And then you come back for finals at night, and you've got the routine, and the rest is just kind of like a cattle call. They've already made their decisions, and people get charged, 50, 75, $100 for finals. That's expensive.
that's another thing.
Just
Also, just
just
going
when
to
the
see
decision's made already.
yeah.
because you
Because
have the price for prejudging, and then the price for finals.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I'd stretch my dollars because I wanted to see my friend, so I did this. I just because with the Masters, it was just I think it was $80 just for regular seating, so that's it covered it all. Which should have been the same thing for the open shows, but I the cost of the I had to say cost, so I say I'm just gonna do the finals and skip the prejudging. I remember when I went to Savannah, I had to pay I think it was $80 for for the VIP so I could be closer. So and then
Hmm.
it was 100 something, or I think it was 100 and something for VIP in the finals. And that's one thing. It's expensive for us people go. That's why most people watch the pay per views because it's
Right.
like
Yeah.
50 $60 at the most. But that's one
Yeah.
thing. If you go to say, okay, we had the finals, just go ahead and just let's just finish things all in one time instead of waiting so everybody can go home and eat.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, we
Hmm.
got a comment from a man. Shout out to my man. DJ says Diamond Dave at the Tampa Pro. Whoever would know he would be there. Yeah, he says he's a fan. Also,
That's
from my man KL, he says you should interview Dave Roth George on muscle and bodybuilding. He's a busy man. I don't think he has time. So I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Also, this is from a man. DJ said, "Don't expect Ashley Jones to be at the Tampa either." Well, she was there because one of her clients was competing, and this is one from my man says, "I don't know if David Roth has an IG page. He has like a bunch of them because I remember when we had to try to tag him in for a bad rap, and also on my IG, it was like we just picked one that thing because he's a celebrity. He's gonna have a lot of those." But
Hmm.
that's the thing about this sport. It can be, if you're not in the sport, friendships, relationships change because your lifestyle change. You can't hang out and do like you used to do, like drink, do this, that. You got to go to bed at maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, so you get ready to get in the morning, start your day, and get ready for prep and workout. There's so much involved in it, and instead again, it's not so much a sacrifice; it's an investment of what you want to bring to the stage as a competitor.
exactly. It's what how much you want that dream.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so we'll hold the Larsons too long, and as you know, they are going to compete. This, I think it's in about a month's time. I think it's
6 weeks exactly.
yes, right after the Olympia. It's going to be the Mexico Pro, and and both of them going to be competing there because she wants you to compete there, Greg. Not she wants by herself, and
It's the revenge.
there we go. Sorry, guys. I know, guys, it wasn't the chick flexing, but hey, you got to flex. Shut up, you sick freaks. But, yeah, I mean, it's good that y'all come together. And you going back home, and, I know
Yes.
I know you see your son's still in Mexico.
My son is in Cancun.
Cancun. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
he would get to
But
see his
I'm
mom.
originally from Mexico City, exactly. So we're going to my roots.
Yeah, I know he sees it, mama, ma, oh, mama, ma. He'd be so happy to see his mama because my mother. Greg, you're blessed to have your mother. You are
Oh
blessed.
yes.
My mother, it's been 5 years, just somewhere in July, around about June to July when she passed. And this is why I started doing this because I was taking care of her because it gave me something to help in my mind because she was dealing with her illness and sickness. And then when she passed, then I had nothing left because I don't have no kids, I don't have no wife, I just got me. And taking care of her was investment because she was my woman. I love my mother, and we all know a boy's best friend is his mother. That's you have a wife, you love your wife, but your mother,
Exactly.
that's somebody you can never
Yeah.
replace.
Yeah.
But doing this, she was always one person that encouraged me to do what I wanted to do in my life. She supported me, I supported her, and do this content and talk to y'all people that really it feels like,
Family.
yeah, like that's what Eunice told me. She told me it's like George is like family when we talk to you, and I feel like that way. I have family. I got two older sisters, a younger brother, an older brother, niece and nephew, great niece and nephews. But like I said, they got their own lives, and this is what I like doing to talk to people. I mean, I got a live on Monday with a friend of mine. Hope he get him back on. I got also, I said Aaron and me were gonna do a little interview Wednesday. I hope we got some more interviews coming up. Last month was busy for me. After see when I interviewed you, Keo, I had an interview a few hours later with a lady. She's a boxer. I
Yes, you
mean,
told me.
yeah,
I
I
saw
mean,
it.
yeah, I was busy. I mean, going to Tampa really helped me out. Meeting people in the sport, legends and up and comers, and it's really inspires me to keep doing this because you know what, I'm a fan, and I want to really give y'all opportunities for research stories. I would love to have Andrea. I have Sarah on here, Natalia, but just have people like yourselves taking time here to talk with me, to share your experiences and share your paths, share your love for this sport. I'm just really genuine, just great opportunity. We have here my man DJ says, he says, the Steve Carr show Las Vegas is coming too. Well, they're not going to have women's physique, and they do have men's classic, but I don't know if we want to do that show. Greg, it's going to be much younger gentlemen, maybe in the future, something like that, if he does a Masters you know. But it's gonna be like I think a month right after the Olympia, and I just saw my friend David for Female Bottom Forum. He's interviewed Austin Carr, the son of Steve Carr, who he promotes the show. Shout out to him for what he's doing, giving women's body the opportunity to have a stage where so few have. So I'm asking you to each of these questions. Well, I think I'll ask Keo this, but I think I actually do. Greg, what would you want out of bodybuilder for yourself as a whole?
I think, I've really got out of bodybuilding what I wanted. 45 years ago when Sammy took me into the gym for the first time, I was this little bitty skinny dude that couldn't gain weight to save my rear. And by the way, Weeder's protein came in a metal coffee can about that big and it was $10. Back then, and we used to take it to the mess hall and get milk and put our protein in it. But